everybody. Today I am trying the Patriots Sun Kettle. We have 74 degrees outside. So right now it is completely overcast and we're gonna give this a shot. Joining us today is Fat Jax. Poor Fat Jax. Does nobody love you? Nobody loves you. All right, let's see what we're starting with here. I just filled it with water. Jax is helping us. We have 75 degree water. Same temperature as what it is outside, 75 degrees. All right, let's see what we got here. Got a blue film on this reflector, so we'll peel that off. And I kind of get the feeling it should be laying down to face the sun like this. Can't really see where the light reflects onto it, but we will leave it just like that. Okay, we are 20 minutes in. With more direct sunlight now. We'll take a look at our water temperature here. It's already 100 degrees. Not too bad. And again, I'm not sure if this is how you're supposed to lay it, but it looks right. I could read the instructions, but that's crazy talk. For the first 10 minutes, we did have a little bit of overcast, but it is now clear skies. We are at 30 minutes now. I relocated this to my steps. The plastic is hot. The glass tube is still cold to the touch. And we'll see what the water temperature is. 113.5, 114, 115. Still kind of climbing there. All right, so we've got 115 at the surface, 113 a little bit deeper down. 42 minutes in. We're at 120, 121. I think that is still probably the closest to the most direct sun there. We have a chart here for how long it's supposed to take. We're at 50 minutes now. The instructions do claim that it works better standing up, or they say you might find it working better standing up. That's not a definitive answer. We are at 126 degrees. That is about a 50 degree rise in 50 minutes from our 74 degrees. Okay, we're at an hour and 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look. Starting to get little bubbles in there. We're at 142. Yeah, definitely more effective laying down. So kind of ignore what they were saying. Even the box showed a picture of it laying down, even though the instructions say to stand it up. Or I guess they claim it's possibly more effective to stand it up. We're at an hour and 20 minutes, 151 degrees, but we've still got a ways to go to boil some water. Results may vary. Hour and a half. We're at 163, 164. I have a feeling these last few degrees are going to be the slowest to obtain there. We are at an hour and 50 minutes now. I keep adjusting this to kind of minimize that shadow. That's how I'm judging how direct the sun is. I see steam coming out finally. We are at 179 degrees and 180 closer to the surface. So we're going to be well over 2 hours just to boil water with this thing. I might just call it right now and say it's going to be over 2 hours, of course. It's close enough to cook with at about 2 hours. The philosophy of use for this thing is a small window of reasons why you'd want it. This isn't something I would buy. I got it for free and figured I'd try it out. You're not going to take it backpacking because it's too heavy. If you were camping with it, that might be one thing, is if you're transporting it where weight doesn't matter. It seems pretty fragile. I mean, you've got a glass tube that's somewhat impact resistant, they claim, but as far as durability goes, I wouldn't say this is the most durable item. If you drop it, it's probably done. The only reason I could see using something like this is if you wanted to heat up water where you're not creating a smoke signal or using up fuel that you've got stored, this is one way to do it, where if time doesn't matter, this would be the way to do it. 2 hours is a long time to wait to heat up some water. So let's see what we've got here. Nice steam. Almost half a liter. So we've got just under 500 milliliters. So that's enough for a Mountain House meal, but that is about it. You're not going to be drawing a bath with this. As far as solar ovens go, I think a solar oven's a good idea, where this is more of a novelty item. It's kind of unique, not the ideal practice for heating up water. When you can do a little camp stove for 3 minutes and have boiling water, or over a fire for about 5 or 10 minutes to have boiling water, depending on the container that you're using, how much water you're trying to heat up. Yeah, it's this little Stanley cup. It's at this top mark 20 ounces, 591 milliliter. And it's only blackened because I have put it in a fire before, but I typically use my little camp stove for it. You can, if you fill it up closer to the top, if it starts boiling, it's going to be bubbling out. But you can get 24 ounces in there. As far as weight goes, this is less than a quarter of the weight as your solar water heater here. And no brainer if you're backpacking. You're not going to bring something like this backpacking. It's too bulky, too large, and in all reality, it needs to be larger to heat up the water faster. These little solar reflectors here are just not quite adequate enough to give you enough solar area to heat up the water quickly. I was happy to try this out just to see what it would do. I think I kind of had higher hopes for it than what we got. 2 hours for half a liter of water is kind of a long time. I'm going to start doing a few more gear reviews as time goes on, but I figured I'd kick this one out real quick because it's probably not going to be a horribly long video. So I might just throw that in sometime during the week. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.